Hello Virgo, welcome to your September reading. So let's see what's coming up for you for the month of September. What can you expect? What you should be prepared for? Whatever messages the universe have for you for the month of September. Happy birthday Virgos, by the way, it is your season. So you're all celebrating. So I'll start off with some main energies playing out in your life in the month of September, and then we'll get you some tarot cards. Let's see what the universe has for you. What does Virgo need to know the most? You've got Sun, the fifth house, creativity, and Saturn. The Sun card has come up for all the signs I've done so far. I think I've done 5 signs and it showed up in all of them. So that's very interesting. The Sun is a very prominent energy in the collective's lives these days. Well, we all are daughters and sons of the Sun, so it's natural it shows up. But for you, Virgo, specifically, because the Sun and the fifth house showed up here very prominently for you, your creativity and your expression in the world is showing up a lot this month. It could be that you are becoming more bold with your creativity. You're showing up a lot more confidently, a lot more boldly, a lot more visibly into the world. You're expressing something that is unique to you. And there's a lot of energy that's being put into this. Now you have creativity in between Sun and Saturn, which is a very interesting combo because Saturn talks about limitations and it talks about, well, Saturn is not a fun planet. Okay, let's just get that out of the way. And it seems out of place in this reading, to be quite frank with you, because the Sun in the fifth house, actually, the Sun lives in the fifth house. So this is obviously a very solar energy for you. Now, you are starting your solar year, because it is Virgo season, but there's some aspect here possibly to your expression or your creativity that has some maybe blockages or limitations, or it sort of feels like for some of you, you have to do certain things in a particular way with a particular structure or a particular set of rules, or you have to operate your creativity within certain parameters. Okay, there's a certain structure to what you do, creatively speaking. Okay, that's the more positive aspect of it. But yeah, Saturn is not a fun planet. It almost seems like there could be something that is kind of a wet blanket over your expression, or because this card is called Truth. It could be that there's something that's kind of dimming down your light a little bit, because the presence of Saturn is here. There's a lot of light and a lot of expression being shown here. You could be in the arts, performing arts for some of you, but with Saturn, there's something dampening this enthusiasm, this confidence, this expression, or there's something like that happening here. And again, it could be that you're having to express yourself in such a way that is within a certain structural pattern, or following a set of rules or something like that. But yeah, very, very expressive, very creative month for many of you Virgos. fifth house is also about romance and children, but I would say because these two came together, I feel like this has something to do with the way you're expressing your energy into the world. What is unique about you? And it could be that you are either in an environment or in a structure that is somewhat limiting that or restricting that in some way. It could be that you have to put in a lot of hard work into your creativity in the sense of whatever craft you're doing. It could be that it requires a lot of time, a lot of attention, a lot of dedication. There's slow progress, possibly if you're, let's say, starting something, a creative project of some sort. But yeah, it's kind of strange because Saturn is an enemy of the Sun here, and Saturn is an enemy of fun too. So I don't know what that's about, but there seems to be some impediment here. So let's see what the tarot has for you. Could be some sort of responsibility for some of you. You know, you may have some responsibility here that is somewhat limiting, you know, your creative expression. It could be that too. But anyway, let's see what else for Virgo. Let me move these up a bit. Yeah, there's definitely something here that is dampening your glory, so to speak. Because you start out with this Four of Cups. It could be that you may feel creatively blocked this month, but I don't know. It doesn't seem like that, though. It seems like you're dissatisfied with something here with the Four of Cups. Could be that you are dissatisfied with your work. You're just not enjoying what you're doing. You need a change. You need a change of pace, a change of scenery. You do have the Fool here. Let me see. Yeah, you seem to be quite displeased with something here, displeased with life or perhaps with what you are doing. Now, you do seem to have a stable job here that is providing some stability to your situation, but it's not something you're enjoying doing. Okay. You have Nine of Pentacles at the bottom, Ten of Wands, Ten of Swords. It does seem like you do have some heavy responsibilities here. Okay. It does seem like you want to do something creative, but at the same time, there's a sense of, is it the responsible thing to do? Is it the practical thing to do? Because you're thinking about the practical side of things as well. You know, it seems like the joy is missing from your life, at least at the current moment. And there is some kind of a new start coming up here with the Fool and the Ace of Cups, and it could be some romantic relationship showing up, but it doesn't seem like that to me. It's probably just something you want to do that is creative in nature. I want to see what this Nine of Swords is here. Now the challenge for you this month is actually rushing into things too much without thinking, it feels like. Because it seems like you're desiring change very badly, and it could be that you might be rushing into something too much with the Knight of Swords here. Yeah, it's like you're trying to shake off burdens to run away maybe from responsibilities in some sense, because the Knight of Swords could also mean somebody that's running away, and that's a challenge of yours. It could also be that you do have many responsibilities that you just simply cannot get away from, or, you know, it does seem like there's something heavy weighing on you here. And it could even be a sense of kind of feeling depleted or depressed or something like that. It's like you're trying to find your way again. There's like a sense of trying to find your path, trying to find your way, but it's like you can't really see clearly because you're not in the best state. For some of you, you have a new opportunity showing up here, but it's like it's really difficult for you to take up new opportunities because it feels like you have a lot going on as it is. You seem like a very busy person, or you're just busy with things that are unpleasant or you just don't like to do. You do seem to be hard at work this month about something, with the Eight of Pentacles being here. You are trying to get more serious and more diligent about your work, and, you know, leaving behind frivolous things, because the Three of Cups is your past, what's in the past, what you need to leave behind this month. And it seems like you were maybe partying too much or just enjoying frivolous things or whatever it is. It's like it seems like that particular chapter is exiting your life, and you have to, you know, put the nose to the grind, so to speak, and just do the work, even if it's unpleasant, because it feels like it's something you don't particularly enjoy doing from what I'm seeing here. And with this Temperance card being here and Justice, it seems like you're trying to find some kind of balance between your duties and your responsibility towards your work or towards other people you may have, or whatever your responsibilities are this month, even though it's weighing down on you and it's kind of making you feel like it's like there's no joy there, you know, even though joy is showing up here for you in the cards. It's like you need to pick me up somehow. Okay, you're feeling quite despondent about life. It's like there's no joy in it, but there's a way for you to maintain some kind of a balance here. You could be the kind of person that is trying to do too much of a good thing. You know, that's what the saying goes. It's like you're trying too much of a good thing, and it's, you know, you're trying to be good, or you're trying to do the work, and you're kind of forgetting how to enjoy yourself a bit more, or to enjoy yourself in a healthy way. You know, there is a strong message here for you to find your joy again, to find whatever makes you tick, whatever makes you unique, whatever makes you feel good about yourself, and kind of balance that with your work life so you don't feel so bogged down by work, you know, by unpleasant things. And for some of you, it seems like you are trying to find what that is, that spark. You know, it's like there's a spark missing in your life. There's that sense of that. So tell me about this Fool, this new chapter showing up. What is that? What's that about? The King of Swords. It does seem like you're thinking about something here long and hard, you know, but there is a hesitation here that I'm picking up on from you taking a leap in some direction. Okay, there is some hesitation here. It's like you're spending a lot of time thinking about things. You have fours here again. And fours, you know, too many fours, it could indicate stagnation. And you have a Four of Cups, the Four of Pentacles. There is something stagnant in your life here. But it does seem like there's an energy available for you here to jump into something quite unlike what you used to do before, you know, something completely new. But you are hesitating to take up this leap. Okay. It could be that for some of you, you're trying to put to rest some sort of a chapter here. You're trying to put to rest something, you know, some kind of a chapter here. You made some rational decision to cut something off, possibly. Okay. Um, Kind of clearing the path, because with this Ten of Wands, I see you not having a clear path ahead of you. You know, the wands that this person is carrying, it's like they're not even looking ahead. They're just walking on with this heavy load, and it's like they don't know where they're going. They just want to get it done and over with. It seems like there's something that you're trying to put to rest here. Or perhaps you are trying to take a rest from something. You might be leaving something behind, cutting something behind, trying to get out of this stagnant situation. You know, you're hard at work here and you have some stability, but it feels like the stability has become stagnation almost. You're like at that limit of stagnating where you are. And you want something new. But the challenge for you here is to have a place to go, because the Knight of Swords has the tendency of not having a clear goal in mind, or you know, they're so pumped up to go somewhere, to fly away somewhere, but they don't have rushing into something without actually having a plan. And so it could be that for some of you, you're trying to come up with a plan here, or how to have a new start. It could be that you, the environment that you're in, I'm kind of seeing a pattern here. The Four of Cups, the Four of Pentacles shows up in your surroundings. So it could be that this is the limitation you're having here, where you're in a type of environment where there's no room for deviating from the plan, or there's no openness, there's no receptiveness. You know, this is a type of environment that is very strict, very solid. You know, there's certain rules that need to be followed. There's a lack of receptivity here in your environment. So I feel like this is where the problem is for you. There's like the restriction shows up there. It's kind of making you feel a little bit, well, no matter what I do, it's like I can't move in any direction. I do feel like you're working hard to achieve some kind of a balance here between work and play, between work and your fun time and your creativity. If you have like a side thing going on where you're using your creativity for a side thing. I'm not seeing a side thing happening here. It's more so like you're really trying to take care of your duties and your responsibilities, but it's somewhat kind of crushing your spirit a little bit. I will be honest. And it feels like you are trying to clear up your path here, or put something to rest that's coming up for you here. You're probably either deciding to detach from something, specific situation or circumstance, or you know, you may even try to detach from taking in too much work or too much responsibility for what you do, and just kind of making some space for yourself. With the Four of Swords is making making time for yourself, making time for rest, making time to do other things other than just work, work, work. There is some abundance coming your way with that Ten of Pentacles. Some of you, you might be receiving a lot of money from the work that you do. This could also be that you are enjoying the benefits of stability. You are happy with your family. Some of you, you may be having reunions within your family. You may be visiting family. I do feel like there's some place in your life where you can actually find some peace and quiet. It does seem to show up. And again, this idea of structure and tradition shows up. So there's, you know, if you're trying to do something creative, I feel like you're doing it within the structure of something, within the rules of something, or rules of society, or, you know, you're trying to preserve some kind of an image or something like that, where you can still do what you love to do, but still be an honorable citizen, if that means. I don't know. I feel like you're trying to combine tradition with your own way of doing things. And there's like a kind of there's a struggle here with, you know, introducing your own way of doing things within this particular structure, if that makes sense. And it's not so easy because you know, your surroundings are not very receptive to what you have to offer creatively. So either you're choosing to go in some other direction, or you're trying to find some way to work within that structure, if that makes sense, to how to make it work somehow. Yeah, it's like you're trying to not create problems here when it comes to some kind of tradition or some kind of structure that you already have that's in place. Okay, but there is some shifting happening here. It's like you're trying to break free of something. Is what I'm getting. Tell me about this Ace of Cups. It does feel like you're either offering love to someone or you're offering something specific to someone, but it's not being received very well. So tell me what this Ace of Cups is about. The Chariot. It's almost like it's a new way of doing things. For some of you, you find a new way of doing something and it's not received very well, either in your work environment or whatever it is you're doing. But I see you wanting to go into a particular direction here, you know, the Fool and the Chariot. It's like you want to go in a particular direction that is more aligned with your heart, with the way you feel, with, you know, there's like alignment here. You feel like you'll be more in alignment somewhere else, somewhere new. And you're trying to make some decision here that is both rational and practical, but it also can provide you with the enthusiasm for what you do. You're searching for something more. Because with this Four of Cups, when I looked at it, I got this impression of wanting something more than what is. Because what is like, it's not enough for you. There's got to be more other than just the plain day-to-day activity. There's like more. You need more. Okay, you're being called towards something more. So it's a busy month for you, Virgo, from what I'm seeing. But I feel like you're trying to navigate this in such a way where it doesn't, you know, ruffle any feathers. But it does seem like you are ruffling someone's feathers here with that Five of Swords. It's like you're disrupting some kind of established order here by either choosing a new path or cutting something out, or, you know, introducing something new into your life. And it's like it's causing a little bit of a shift here in your environment, because you're in a very rigid environment. It's not very receptive to new things or new people or new ideas, or you doing things on your own, or leaving your responsibilities behind. There's something rigid here that you're trying to get out of, or maybe not get out of, but kind of do your own thing too, without being too heavy, for things to not be so heavy on you. So that was your reading, Virgo. Interesting month. I mean, it's not bad, but there's like this tug of war, kind of happening with you internally and what's happening externally with you, and finding your voice in all of this stuff, and taking some time to reflect and to ponder upon what path to take. So I wish you a good month of September, and I'll see you soon. Bye.